What's the word?
All right, what's up out there? Facebook, YouTube, LFX Media Live. We are back. LFX Media Podcast. I'm your host, Podgy Carter. This edition, NBA All Star Part 2 and Streams of Income. How we feeling out there today, fellas?
Solid, brother. Can't complain. Getting ready for the markets to open. Ready for this All-Star game. So yeah, ready to indulge.
Let them know who you are.
This is your boy, Antho, the Great.
Yes,
And of
sir.
course, you already know what it is, the 10th wonder of the world, JPad the Juggernaut, custombeatking.com.
100 beats more to the addition. Bro,
Yes.
bro,
Yes.
I don't even know what to say about that feat. 100 beats in 7 days.
Yeah,
I
less
don't
than
even.
seven. Actually, it was probably like six.
Oh yeah, toot your horn, bro. Toot your horn.
Wee, wee. Yeah, man.
Uh
I made a challenge to myself. Just came out of nowhere last week,
huh.
and I just said, you know what? I wanna push my envelope. I want to see what my thresholds are, and
Yes,
see
sir.
if I was up against the gun and I had to do something in a timely fashion. Could I get it done? And so, I started this challenge to myself. I said, man, I'm gonna make 100 beats in 7 days, which is a pretty Herculean effort for those of my producer friends or people who don't know what it's like to do a
Bro.
do a job like that. Man, that is a lot of brain power. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
And
saying? Because
average over 10.
everything has to be different. You know what I'm saying? Not there is not one beat that I made in that 100 that mimics any other one. So
hmm
it's something that really takes a lot of brain power. But when you have technology like this, I also wanted to put that to the test as well. You know what I'm saying? Because the technology is actually what drove me to doing exactly what it was that I was doing with this challenge. It gave me the capabilities. You know what I'm saying? I really realized after a minute that the capabilities are endless with these softwares, and I think we're kind of spoiled in this day and age when it comes to creativity because your palette is wide open. It's all in how you look at it, but yeah, that definitely was a skill builder, man, and I'm very thankful that I completed the task and just leveled up that much more, man. You know what I'm saying? Add that to the legacy, if you will.
hmm Yeah. As Antho was saying, that's over 10 beats per day. So
Yeah.
walk us through day by day. Like you had those beats to do, but
Oh
you had
yeah.
regular activities to do
Oh
too. So
yeah. Yeah. In the
walk
meanwhile,
us
in between, while the
walk
whole
us through
time.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Even throughout that time, I still had other things on the schedule, such as the LFX Media Podcast.
Oh, we've
That's
been
one of
going
the
heavy.
things. That's the thing that we definitely. I had to take time out and make sure that we keep this platform going and going strong, and I had to balance that out with taking the brain power, making anywhere around 13 to 15 beats a day. um that's a pretty Herculean effort, and like I said, it's a lot, but I also had studio sessions,
hmm
rehearsal. I
Right.
mean, I balanced it all out with that, like there was a bunch of things going on this week, and I was able to stick in there and get it all done for the most part. Actually, today I'm that's the only thing I got left is whatever was left on the cutting room floor that needed to be addressed before the week was over, and that's just like custom beats for specific clients. Like they needed something specific. It wasn't even nothing in the 100. It was something specific. You know what I mean? And I had to custom make a few beats. I got a mix that I still got sitting on the table. I got a show mix that I got to do. So it just freed up my time to be able to get back to those things and accomplish a task that promotes growth at the same time.
And actually having that beat challenge in, starting off with a no fried food challenge and no
Which is
salt.
still in effect.
Yeah, still in effect, and actually prepares your mind, gets that clarity to your to mind to get these tasks handled. Do you feel a different amount of energy level as you're going through all of this?
Oh yeah, yeah. I that's one thing that I've noticed. Not only have I noticed that the clothes are fitting a little bit better, but
Mm,
you're also realizing how disciplined a habit is, or how it takes what it takes to discipline yourself to create a positive, healthy habit. And so, I've noticed a huge difference in my energy, just from being able to complete that task last week alone was also an attribute to the diet itself, because I've been a lot clearer, not as sluggish,
mhm,
um, finding different creative things to keep with the regimen, if you will,
mm,
that stretches your mind. There's a lot of positives that I'm taking from this challenge, and I actually am considering extending it an extra week for myself,
mhm,
just from the resurgence of what I feel like the body is beginning to repair itself even on higher levels than it already has been, and it's a tribute to that diet. I guarantee it.
mhm. And these challenges actually, we discussed that it's a 30-day process a lot of times to develop any habits, but these challenges by no means are to be left at 30 days. It's lifestyle changes that we have
Yes.
to adjust and adapt to throughout life.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And I wholeheartedly agree with you on that. And I think that it's something that I would say that can help others, because it rubs off on others when they see you actually not just talking the talk but walking the walk at the same time. Like we
Mhm,
gotta we got things that we got set in front of us, and we talk it and we try to just talk it into existence per se, but once we put the action towards it is when it actually manifests itself. And
mhm.
so, this is all, hopefully a testimony of action, motivates somebody, and gets us in a position to do what we need to do, which is
Absolutely.
elevate.
Hmm. Constant elevation causes expansion.
Sure does.
You
Real
know the
rap.
rest. Yes, sir. What you got going,
Absolutely.
brother Antho? What you got going on over there?
Think he might be away for
Oh,
for
he
for a brief moment.
okay.
You
Stepped
know.
away.
In the meanwhile, in between, while you guys are watching the LFX Media Podcast, make sure you follow us on Facebook, YouTube, like, subscribe, comment. You know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell so that way when we're going live, you guys are tapped in and tuned in. And you can also check out the website at lfxmedia.live.
In the mix. We actually changed the scheduled program just momentarily, just minutes ago,
Okay.
and we have an even playlist. And I didn't even get around to telling you this. We just got done doing this.
Hmm. Got a little playlist here, huh? Let's check it out. Yes, indeed. Well, while Podgy's queuing up that playlist, um, we do got a couple of things that we're going to be talking about today. One of the things that we're talking about today is the NBA. It is All Star Weekend. The All Star game is tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tapping in and tuning into that. But we slowly but surely have the second half of the NBA season kicking in. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and we also want to talk about streams of income or sources of income, and how many of these sources can we tap into. You know what I mean? So we got two different subjects that we really want to touch on today in the hour of power on the LFX Media Podcast. So, once the guys get back in here and get things queued up, um, we're gonna definitely kick in with you and and go from there. You know what I'm saying? I see Pod is having some technical difficulties there. Amp is definitely indisposed at the moment. So we're just going to carry it on and see what else we got going on here. Uh, we got some other news that we could definitely talk about. Um, it's Black History Month, as we well know. Uh, and, one of the subjects could be, you know, what people still get wrong about slavery. You know what I mean? We're just sidebarring real quick, you know what I'm saying, just to give you guys a little bit of information here. Um, Pick this up from Pocketworthy. This is a website that you can go to, getpocket.com. And this article is on there and it says 5 things people still get wrong about slavery. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and, give a quick rundown there. Number one was the myth that slaves never rebelled. Miseducation surrounding slavery in the U.S. has led to an elaborate mythology of half truths and missing information. One key piece of missing history concerns slave revolts. Few history books or popular media portrayals of the transatlantic slave trade discuss the many slave rebellions that occurred throughout America's early history. So basically, what they're saying is enslaved Africans resisted and rebelled against individual slaveholders and the system of slavery as a whole. Some slipped away secretly and learned to read. Many simply escaped. Others joined the abolitionist movements, wrote books, and gave lectures to the public about their experiences in captivity. And others led or participated in open combat against their captors. So that's one myth that was busted right there. Another one, and I'll just read one more, and then we'll move on from there. Hopefully everybody gets their audio back up. But we're gonna keep informing you guys and seeing what we got up in here. Number 3 said the myth that abolition was the end of racism. A common myth about American slavery is that when it ended, white supremacy or racism in America also ended. So basically, the truth is that after the or long after the Civil War, white Americans continue to carry the same set of white supremacist beliefs that govern their thoughts and actions during slavery and into the post emancipation era. In the South, especially, whites retained an enslaver's mentality. They embraced sharecropping and convict leasing to control black labor in the late 19th century, enacted Jim Crow laws to regulate black behavior in the early 20th century. The early 20th century, that's when the Jim Crow came in, and used racial terror to police the color line to this day. So just wanted to put that on your brain. Maybe you guys can get a round table together and talk about these things yourself as we're giving you some information here on the LFX Media Podcast. So I don't know if everybody's back in or not. It looks
Yeah,
like
I'm in the building. Like,
Yeah.
comment,
okay.
subscribe. We waiting for some comments about, we put a lot of time and effort into this podcast, so we would appreciate all of the comments, all the likes, all the subscriptions to the YouTube LFX Media, to our own platform LFX Media Live. And I can't stress enough that it's all about being an independent. You can be a journalist and have a kind of, they'll put you in a glass jar, like, okay, I work for CNN, I work for Fox, I work for whoever. You can't truly express yourself without representing, whoever you're representing, and whoever their sponsors are. We're sponsored by us, so we're not going to be um, sideways. We're going to have the proper etiquette that it takes for journalism. But trust and believe, we stand on all 10 of our toes ourselves. And speaking on the abolitionists, and I've been the whole Black History Month, I've been posting a lot of pictures of Erie in the 1700s, 1800s, early 1900s. I posted the last picture I posted was Immaculate Conception, a church sits on 16th between German and Holland, and you can see the 17th Street projects in the background, and the picture was for 1948, and people were
Oh yeah, I
commenting.
saw that one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
people were commenting like, "Yeah, my husband got baptized there last year," and you know,
Mm.
I got a lot of memories of being around that church from being on 17th Street, but not. I've been inside of it, but I don't have like memories of what was going on. But I could tell you, we was around, and a lot of things that were established as far as what you were talking about. Um, the families, the Hammett family, for example. I'll give you a hot take on the Hammett family. S.V. Hammett, who they're from France. S.V. Hammett, he ran from France during the French Revolution. Now, if we remember, or if we even know about the French Revolution, they was chopping heads off. It was, a religious war,
Wow,
so to speak. If you
wow,
if you if you claimed Jesus, they was chopping your head off. It was, what I'm saying.
oh,
So
wow.
Oh,
so S.V. Hammett ran from France, came to Erie, and at the time he was mining salt from Presque Isle. Now Presque Isle was like a little
And this is at
island.
Erie, Pennsylvania, for our listeners out there. You
Erie,
know.
PA,
Yep.
history. So the guy, his name was S.V. Hammett, he started mining salt all over the country and made quite a living off of shipping salt, from Presque Isle. So he took that money he made from the salt industry and went into banking. So in the early 1800s, S.V. Hammett, he was in the banking industry. So from there, he took the money into the hospital, S.V. Hammett Hospital. So actually, Mr. Hammett was the last surviving slave master, and they had indentured slaves. When slavery ended, a lot of the slaves didn't actually want to leave the plantation. I don't know where to go, master. You can stay with me, work for me. I'll pay you a penny a month or something small, and they were called indentured slaves. So Hammett pretty much built his whole industry off the back of the slaves, and to this day, between Hammett, Erie Insurance, and Gannon, they're the monopoly holders of the property of the city, and besides, what's my guy's name? Um, with the Splash Lagoon and all of that.
Oh, you talking about Scott?
Yeah, Scott. Scott Enterprises, between those people, those are the people who hold the most deeds, in the city. But to know that, and most of them came from slave owners and all of that. But to know that Hammett was the actual last one who had indentured slaves is something to, things that make you say,
Exactly.
hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely some really, really interesting tidbit of information there, brother.
Hmm.
Yes, indeed. Are we ready to get into our subject about the multiple sources of income or
Yeah,
sources of income?
yeah, and that was a great segue talking about Hammett and the going
Yeah.
from salt mining to banking to a hospital, which is it's only two hospitals. Well, few small hospitals, but you got Hammett and St. Vincent's in area. So you handling a lot of people's health. But
Right.
as far as we're concerned in streams of income, myself and Anto, we're trade partners. So, we're
no doubt,
part
no
we're
doubt.
partners in podcasts, we're partners in trade, and we're definitely media partners. But We're going to talk about one stream of income that we came across. Well, Antho actually, he's going to tell you about his background from high school, how he got into the stock market and all of that. But of the last 5 years, we've been actively trading and learning and putting ourselves in position to actually give instruction for people who want to come in and trade. It's called Forex trading. Hop into that form, Antho.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. First off, again, anybody out there listening, I want to thank y'all for checking in with us. And as P spoke on, man, Forex was something that I was actually introduced to, like he said, about 5 years ago. But actually almost 6 years ago now, P. But
Yeah, absolutely.
right. But the stock market itself, I was actually introduced to it in high school at the age of 18. It was a guy at my church. He did a penny stock class. He did basically a class with some guys at the church just to kind of teach them a field, the industry that they weren't familiar with previously. And he always spoke on it as one of those things that we don't know a lot about, that we definitely need to, be more mindful of. And this was back when I was 18. So this was like 13 years ago now. Well, 12 years ago now. So, well, 13 years ago now. So uh he made it clear even then that, hey, this is something that if you pay attention to, is worthwhile. Actually introduced to it through penny stocks. We did a couple classes, but then it stopped. But I always would hope that he would someday, go back to the church and crank it back up and get that back going. But he had planted that seed, and it never really stopped. It never really went away. Unfortunately, it wasn't watered again for about another 5 or 6 years after that time frame. But when I was introduced to Forex, it was through a company one of my childhood friends actually came across, and he was like, "Hey, bro, you remember such and such from high school?" I was like, "Yeah." The one in your class? He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, bro, he stay at the Hanover now, and Hanover, if you're familiar with Houston, is like nice spot out in the Galleria area." And he was like, I was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "What he doing?" He was like, "Bro, last time I checked, he was working at Home Depot or no, it was what's the electronics store? Best Buy." He's like, "Last time I checked, he was at Best Buy, bro." I was like, "Really?" It was like, "Yeah." Come to find out, he learned about this trading stuff, and uh he ended up hitting and he left, bro. I was like, "What?" So I was like, "So what kind of trading he do?" I was like, trading, I'm kind of familiar with it from back in the Gap, but I was like, I really hadn't even came across anybody else that was on that, which is crazy to me because I had already been to college, had been there a few years and everything, and never really came across anybody speaking on trading it. You know what I mean? So I was just like, dang. But when I came back home, just one of the childhood friends was like, "Yeah, bro, he introduced me to this company," and from there, it just sparked that interest again. And then so I started doing my own little background research on Forex. And he had a couple of, YouTube University cats online. So I just kind of followed them. And I had like 6 pages of notes before I was actually introduced to the company that I ended up sharing with Podge. And met a lady. She thought I had already been trading, but I told her not yet. I had just been accumulating the knowledge, because she was like, "You sound like you trading already." I was like, "No, not yet." She was like, "Oh, well, if you ain't did no trading yet, she said, you definitely done showed enough initiative to let me know that you gonna do good in this." And so she kind of, if you remember, that's Alley Cat, bro.
Yes, sir. Alley Cat.
Yeah, sure. She definitely linked me in. And me and P been rocking with Alley Cat pretty much ever since. Actually, I linked P.
Yeah, still
I
reach out to her.
Yeah, definitely. She cool people, cool people. I got in the company a little bit later. Uh,
Mhm.
furthered my education on the industry. Uh,
Retired in 365.
retired in 365. Salute to the team.
Mm-hmm.
Retired 365. They had a good thing going for sure. Love how they did it. Great introductory group, like team that's just helping each other. I remember us up on Zoom calls at 2 and 3 in the morning, trading gold and Great Britain pairs. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and it was all good to kind of groom us to kind of really see what the market does and kind of bump our head a little bit so that we can help those afterwards not have to bump their head over those same things. Or if they do bump their head on them, to help them put it in perspective that, hey, it ain't the end of the world is actually very common. Like, don't even, get too bad, too down about it. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was a cool experience, man. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and then we went from that to kind of doing our own thing, and found other companies, that was doing stuff that was like, hey, they had the educational platform that was already put together, so it was easier for me to just send students to those platforms, and in those back offices that already had the lessons broke down from introductory, word, verbiage, knowing, how to navigate the markets, how to navigate a chart, what you're looking at when you're looking at a chart, indicators you can use, marking up charts, gave us all that education. So would funnel them to different platforms and then educate them in real time on Zooms that we would do together, me and P. And kind of thinking about getting back into that more so now, sharing it now that we have the platform and the website, all of this good stuff that we got going now. I feel like that was good content that we had going in, and it'll be good for all our listeners out there to be able to benefit from like we were saying, another stream of income. That, like I say, I've been blessed and fortunate enough to make significant amounts, and that's with me not really delved into it as much as I have in times past. I've had 5-figure months, right? Which, like I say, as something aside from what you're doing for your actual job, that's pretty good, right? Now I don't won't ever even claim to consistently say I hit 5-figure months all the time, but anytime that you can have a month uh of any moment where you get an extra 5 figures from somewhere else at any time of the year, I feel like that can help a lot of folks out, that can significantly impact lives. And, they always say even just the extra couple $100 a month could change a lot of folks' life. So imagine 5 figures in a month, uh,
Yeah.
and what that could do. So that's kind of what I'm at, man. Love it. And to those that don't know what the Forex market is, uh, basically what it is it's the foreign exchange market. It's the exchange rate of currency. Right now, $1 is worth a certain amount of European in euros. It's also worth a different amount in Japanese yen, and it's also worth a different amount in the Mexican peso. And the rate that it was at the beginning of this podcast 28 minutes ago is not the rate that it's at currently right now, and that's how often the rate changes. Um, the key is to find price points, and if you're into if you're into your consistent day trading, then you're gonna need a lot of a lot of price point and price action trading. If you're definitely doing it what we call the smart way, you're gonna probably do more of your news and price action, kind of allowing it to really fully develop. But my thing isn't to make you decide on how you want to trade. My thing is to more so just kind of get you to open your mind up to trading in general as a possibility, and then continue to further expand your knowledge of what type of trader you are in your own experiences, which is something that we did as well. We didn't come out the door knowing that this is exactly how we wanted to trade. We learned about trade in general. We traded together late nights, me and Paji, 2, 3 in the morning. You know, hey, probably, $300-400, but by breakfast time, before breakfast is over, we end up 300 and 400, or just good days, and then it being exciting to make money with your bro in real time, uh, and know exact, and then for it to do exactly what you say it's gonna do is when it becomes even more fun. When you're able to predict it to that degree. So yeah, we definitely want to share it and hope that others can find as much satisfaction in it as we have. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Further
Yeah,
education coming up soon on that.
yeah,
Mm.
that's right on.
Yeah, and it can be a confusing or scary process. People run from it and say, "Well, that's too complicated." But
Right.
anything, if you understand numbers, I think it's easier if you're a math person, because
Mhm.
when you look at the actual, like he was saying, the foreign exchange, the currency, you're comparing a euro to a US, and in the middle is where you will see the profit at. So you'll take a pair like euro and put it with US, and you can go for a buy, or you can go for a sell, which is the good part about forex. You can make money going up the chart and coming down the chart. So by reading the charts and understanding what a pip is actually um, how you make money through pips. And then when you can count the pips, you get your your muscle memory to, okay, I want to count 20 pips a day. So if you're doing it, you first of all, you absolutely want to start with a demo account. You don't want to be burning live money. You get a demo account and get a feel of how to trade using demonstrations. And then as you build your muscles, you'll be able to count the pips, and you'll say, all right, I'm looking for 20 pips a day. And a
Mhm.
lot of the strategists will tell you 20 pips in dip, which is a disciplined way to trade. It's real similar to casinos and Vegas. The
Which is why
adrenaline.
it gets that bad rap sometime of being gambling, right? It'll get
Mhm.
that. But once you get to the point where you closing at about 65, 70% of your trades, can you really call it gambling? It's like if you're disciplined in your trades and you're consistently closing 70, 60% of them in profit, then you're gonna always come out on top in the end,
Mhm.
winning more than you lose, and not trading and not over trading, which is what a lot of time causes those losses.
Yep, coming soon. We'll have some basic instructions on teaching these in course selections.
Mhm.
Teaching you how to forex trade. So stay tuned for that. We just noticed that we can actually do workshop and seminars through this platform that we're on right now. So
Right.
Nice.
we have to let it manifest, and as we grow, we'll offer more things. But for right now, we got the content kings that's
Yeah.
offering you the best information that's out there.
No
So
doubt
Yes, indeed.
about it.
And just like anything that you do in life, just make sure that you know that you have to put up some upfront time and
mhm,
effort,
Oh yeah.
to build some assets, if you will.
mhm.
Which, speaking of, I got a couple of asset building passive income ideas. Statman
Ah,
is in the building.
okay, stat man, let us have it.
Okay. One of them is digital products. Can be anything from ebooks and lesson plans to mobile apps, even NFTs. And if you don't know what NFTs are, they mean non fungible tokens. Look that up and check that out. And it's one of the current things that are happening right now in the world. So that's one thing you could get is digital products. That's an idea. A second idea would be music and photo licensing. If you've got a creative streak, you can turn your photographs or music into a stream of passive income by licensing it to stock image and music sites. Okay, so you got that going on as well. Another one is custom design products. Custom design products by uploading original designs to print on demand websites like Teespring, Redbubble, Cafe Press. They got me all messed up with these words. Teespring, Redbubble, Cafe Express, Cafe Press. See, look, you see how they got me going here.
It's all good.
Teespring, once again, y'all. Teespring, Redbubble, Cafe Press, and Zazzle. You can earn passive income each time someone orders a T-shirt, coffee mug, or other physical product emblazoned with your design. So that's another one. Another one's affiliate sales, which a lot of people, don't know much about, but that's another way that you can go about doing things. I'm an Amazon.com affiliate myself, and I, from time to time, will place products on my website, and then if anybody clicks the link on those products, they can go straight to Amazon through my affiliate account, and whenever they check out in that span of time, no matter what, even if it's not the product that they saw on the picture, I get a 10% commission for the entire sale. So that's like
Oh
um,
yeah.
affiliate sales. You know what I mean? So, like putting referral codes up on your website, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Even the videos and podcasts like this one, you can do affiliate sales, and that's another one. And those are my stats for the moment. I had to get through that other one. That was
Mhm.
a that was a spell hazard going on right there.
Oh,
Spellbound.
no doubt, but that's good stuff.
KSOLO.
That's good
Absolutely.
info there, though, brother. Glad you shared that. Y'all definitely, if y'all didn't catch that, y'all go back and run that back. That's some good stuff there. Try to
Yeah,
dive
I mean,
into
you think about it. You could do home rentals. You could do transportation rentals. You
Hmm.
can even advertise on your car these days. So
exactly.
it's like having those streams of income available. Even land rental, like you get some land, guess what? You can rent it.
Hmm.
Things of that nature. And so there's so many different ways, and I encourage everybody to seek multiple streams of income. You know what I'm saying? You can get into your own vending machine, and it could be anything. Just
Hmm.
think of different ways that you can earn profit and create some extra income that you probably weren't counting on just by relying on a job by itself.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, and I can attest to being a 20 plus year photographer. Several times I've done stock photos, and the method that I use, I'll pick a subject and I'll put a whole 8 hours in of picture taking. If the subject is trees, I'm taking, 200 to 300 pictures of trees for the day. And then I'll submit them to, you can submit them to places like Wix that are website builders. Are always looking for stock photos. You might take pictures of nice cars or average cars. Okay, today I'm going to take pictures of cars. Let me get 200 or 300 pictures of cars and upload them to these stock photo websites. So yeah, the money is out there. And speaking of affiliates, I'm actually an affiliate with Instagram. So like you said, this platform we're on StreamYard. Um, I can take pictures that, like, I can take a picture, a screenshot of this right here and post it on my IG, and then let StreamYard know that, okay, I want to use this post as an affiliate. So if someone purchases StreamYard or becomes a member, then I get affiliate money. So that's one of the several streams of income. And the most important thing about streams of income is not the amount of income, just knowing that you can actually develop the stream. Like, for example, on Anchor, that's where LFX Media started, on Anchor. We have up to 40 shows, and I'm monetized on Anchor as well. So, yeah, these streams of income, um, you'll see it on a level where it's not so much, but it's up to you to scale it up and make it, the stream of income that you wanted to pay out to be.
Yes, sir. Scaling it up. One ad at a time.
If you see one penny, like, oh, there's opportunity for $1, you
Exactly.
know, turn that dollar into 10. But it's just all about opening up the stream and using your mind to develop it and scale it up.
Yep. Find clever ways to go about doing it. Like
Mhm.
you say, open your mind up to it.
Yep.
Definitely, definitely. And as for the forex market, actually, we have another week about to start for us soon.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely,
Couple
definitely.
hours.
Yeah, we markets will be open in the forex market will be open in an hour and a half. And gold, which is something I trade often, you'll be able to trade it at 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Cha-ching.
cha-ching, right? Just
Yeah.
yeah, the Sonic coin
as
just dropped in there.
as we speak.
Yeah, and just real quickly, some more just quick statistics, and I'm getting these from Forbes.
Mm-hmm.
These passive income ideas, just so you guys know, we try to get the credible,
Yes,
sources.
sir.
So basically, people kind of like typically generate passive income in one of three main ways. One is investing. Two, once again, is asset building, like some of the different careers that I was speaking on earlier. And then you also have asset sharing. So you got investing, asset building, and asset sharing. And of course that's selling or renting out, like I mentioned as well. So just remember those three main ways. Invest, asset building, and asset sharing. When you're thinking of what it is that you want to do as far as creating extra income for yourself.
Absolutely. Shout out to everybody who's tapped in. We're getting some responses. We definitely we don't want to down working a 9 to 5 because
No,
that actually is a residual within itself. Keep
it
your
is.
keep your day job if you got one, but develop your side hustles as you keep your day job, and eventually the side hustles will outweigh your
The
day
day
job,
job.
and you have no choice but to leave it. But please don't leave it, suddenly and say, I'm just going to be an entrepreneur. And,
That is not the advice we coming with, brother. So
no, these businesses that we're taking on, like we said, the forex trading, we're 5 years in, and we're not full all out traders right
Mhm.
now. But
right.
if we wanted to, I think we could. But
Okay. I'm actually in Mayfin. Actually, you already know, bro. We talked
yeah, 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 yeah,
May
absolutely.
wrapping
I'd
it
say,
up.
Um,
I'd say, hey, listen, make sure that, when you guys are hearing what we're saying, get a mentality of being teachable.
mm-hmm,
Because I think that that's what gets us further down the road in our education of things is
mm-hmm,
that we're teachable individuals. You know what I mean?
right.
And be a teachable individual, and a lot of these things will start to come to you in a fashion that will be, to your benefit, if you will.
Mm-hmm,
Just be teachable. That's some very very important part of all of this.
mm-hmm. And we've had a lot of questions.
Oh,
There you go. P. But
he
yeah,
sub
definitely
zeroed
get
him.
back out to Sub Zero
Sub
count
Zero
there.
is a theme that's coming down the pipeline real strong here.
Keep
Yeah, but we got
hustling, brothers. We got
we got passive
to
income, and we got invested income, we got owned income,
without
and these
question.
are some of the things that you were talking about, and business income, of course. If you want to start your own business, that's something you can do in this society, in this country, in this world, in this day and age.
Oh yeah.
Depend not too many places that you can't start a business of your own, and those are things that you can think about. And also retirement, right? we we got to also
Absolutely,
think
man.
about that at some point in time.
That's kind of what I'm big on when I talk to folks about trading. I want them to kind of see it like that. Like you find a way to make passive income. It's not about quitting your job tomorrow or going to work today and saying, "Hey, I'm not coming back." Although that would be beautiful. I always say, "Hey, if there's something that you aspire to do to free yourself up from the day-to-day grind, then
Right.
you definitely can aspire to do that, and there's nothing wrong with that either." But
Yeah,
for
that makes
those that
sense.
do, right. But for those that do love their day-to-day job, because there are folks that love it. My wife's a nurse. She
Okay.
loves taking care of people. She don't really just want to not do that, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. It's something that you enjoy, and you should enjoy what it is that you
right,
do.
you enjoy making a difference. You make a real difference in the world. You enjoy it. You're happy with what you do. It is no way, shape, or form a shot at anyone that's trying to do that. But I would always still love for them to, even in that, uh, kind of free themselves from being restricted to do anything. Once you get to the point where you do it because you love it, then it's a whole different type of peace that comes with it, right?
For sure. Yes. Yes,
So
indeed.
yeah, free yourself up to be able to do what you want to do. Do what you have to do now, so you can do what you want to do later. And that's just kind of the
Yeah.
mindset that I kind of take into it.
Yeah. And just a few other things that are coming down my stat line. There's things like this one right here. Add up to $300 a month in passive. Add up to $300 a month in passive income storing other people's stuff. So like if you have an extra space, you want
Oh
to
yeah.
make money off of it.
Mhm.
Maybe you got an unused driveway, a garage, a basement, shed, parking spot. If it's just sitting there, you could turn it into, a passive income.
Right.
And these are things that we want you guys to be aware of because you do not have to be a one trick pony in this society. You do
Yep.
not have to be. The entrepreneurship thing is where it's at.
That's the
Uh,
best wave, man.
yeah,
It's the
yeah.
best
If
way.
if you got a lot of debt like I did, you can go to consumer credit counseling, and they'll help you get your stuff back on track. I think out of I don't know how many thousands of dollars I owed, I'm down to about maybe $1,000 left, and then I can see a possibility after that's taken care of. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
these are things that you can do, and it's something that you can make yourself aware of and apply some of these principles because there's money out there to be made in a lot of different ways,
Oh,
and never keep your doors closed. You always keep them open.
oh yeah. Definitely, man. Definitely. Like you say, just keeping yourself open to learn new ways to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Just allowing yourself to stay teachable. Never feeling that you know too much. Right.
Absolutely teachable.
Mm-hmm. I asked a question a few weeks ago about if you received a substantial amount of money, would you quit your job? And a lot of people looked at it as, that's a weird question. If I get $1 billion, am I going to quit my job? The reason I was asking the question because I really wanted to see how many people actually believed in what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? Because
And that's a very clever way to do it, man. Like
yeah.
that's but and it also, because it's time for us to get back to thought.
Mm-hmm.
Really like we were saying the other day, looking under the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Because we see a lot of surface things, and then we don't realize our mind gets conditioned into seeing just the surface itself, not realizing that you can dig and you can get under some things, and you can really uncover some things that will really enlighten you and make you a much more productive person. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So looking under the surface on a lot of this stuff is what we all try to do. I know I use my social platforms to make people think all the time. They may even be thinking that it's a thought of mine, but really at the end of the day, I said this to make you think. I
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
said it to make you think for even if you thought it was my thought, my intent and purpose is to make you think regardless,
Mm-hmm.
and and really start to going over possibilities in your head, and get back to being healthy with asking questions,
Oh yeah.
because you can. You can ask questions, and you
Yeah.
can really give people a solid answer based off
Mm-hmm.
of those questions. Not everybody lacks transparency, but until we start, getting people to dig past the surface and get to asking questions again.
Yeah.
Y-
The doors are open right now.
Yeah,
Comments,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
share, subscribe. I'm a type of person when I'm on a YouTube, and whether it's instruction or it's just somebody going live, I'm in the comments. I'm seeing what's being said. I'm seeing what I can add to the conversation. I'm not going to just stare at the person, and most people, they know how to get reactions out of you. If I made money for you, drop a money bag in the comments right now over your lifespan.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. So Silencio, I done made a lot of money for a lot of y'all. So you might not be listening right now, but hey, we will talk heavy in that area.
Righteous.
Definitely didn't put money in folks' pocket.
Yeah, put money in their pockets, and
And that's what I'm here to do.
took
That's
some of y'all to the mall and buy clothes for you. I mean, we won't get into all of that. But yeah, we out here, we for the people.
Yeah,
for my people, man.
yeah,
Mhm.
and
As I
that's
always
the
say, I
most
love my
important thing.
people.
That's the most important thing for people to understand is that we are here to enlighten, and we're here to reestablish enlightenment. We're here to reestablish, you know, constructive, not destructive. We're
Oh
we're
yeah,
we're here on a constructive move,
yes
and
sir.
so we're going to bring things to you that are constructive.
Hmm.
We're going to throw a little bit of our own thoughts in on stuff like the NBA and stuff like that, but we're
Oh
also
Yeah,
going to give you some constructive. You know what I'm saying? Because it's time to really start getting back to being constructive in it, and the narrative can be controlled by us.
hmm.
I don't believe in that it can't, it's too far gone. No, no, it takes one step at a time, one show at a time, like these, um, to start to change the narrative, and it's already beginning to turn itself around in certain capacities. So,
yeah,
as long as the consistency keeps going with it, I think that these things will come to light.
yep. And I said it in our last pod. I think it's gonna get better as we become more conscious of what we allow to stimulate us. Um,
Hmm.
that like we spoke with last time with the goofball. Um, all the crazy
Hey, that
is
that was
on.
yeah. I got some responses from that, and it was like, your guy Antho, he was really sincere about that situation. I said, yeah, put
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, bro. Because I feel like how you gonna yeah, it's crazy for him to just blatantly come out and attack and attack and attack and then get think that he gonna just be able to sugarcoat it and everybody gonna just
Right.
you can't do that, man. You can't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And once again, piggybacking off of you, man, it goes deeper under the surface.
Deeper than the surface,
It
man.
goes deeper under the surface than what this guy is portraying in the forefront. You know what I mean? So we have to be more accountable to our responsibility to be proactive with that, and
Right.
and and see past the surface, because these things are done intentionally. These things are done with intent.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
He
just
he
crazy.
said it like,
It's
oh
just
yeah,
crazy.
it's a
But
character. It's a character. It's a
it's a
character.
character, and
That's
and and we have to start realizing on social media itself what is character and
mm-hmm.
what is concrete.
Mm-hmm.
What's character? What's concrete?
Yeah.
There's two different sides of the coin, and we have to really start digging in and start finding out. Because if you go further enough, just like we say all the time, we will stir the pot enough, we'll start making some gumbo, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Start making some gumbo. And that's exactly what this is all about. You know what I'm saying? Getting past the surface, and let's get more to the concrete instead of
Right,
the
right.
the other
Mhm.
side, the ladder.
Yeah, just like I say, making sure that we are more conscious about what we allow to stimulate us and what we give attention to.
Mm.
Uh, like I say, even with that, we spoke on why is he what he was able to become. It's the wow factor, and people want to be wild and amazed. And what's not usually wow and amazing? Work,
Reg-
finances, money,
regular, everyday,
every day.
regular,
Yeah.
regular,
That's
regular.
not gonna get oh my God, look, he went viral because he was showing people how to work to get some money. No, they ain't finna get as
No,
much
no,
credit.
that's exactly, and that's the
Oh,
point that
and
we're
that's a
driving home is,
choice.
yeah,
It's
you got to
a
pull the
choice.
mask off sometimes.
Yeah,
You have
it's
to
a
pull that
choice.
mask off. It's there, and it's there to be removed,
Hmm.
and we have to
Yeah.
start taking accountability and removing it and getting back to that concreteness. You know.
Hmm.
No
I
doubt.
got I got another subtopic within this streams of income, guys, that I just thought about. It's something that, with the daily questions and everything. This wasn't actually one of the daily questions, but it's something that I thought about. And what I did was I took my friends in Atlanta and family, and the guys and women that I know are cooking, you know, and I said, there's a chef that's cooking. His name is Darius Cooks, and I've been following him for a couple years, and he's been tied up in some scandals. And the thing isn't to actually we don't want to bring each other down, but if you're doing bad business, it has to be pointed out as well. And what it is a life lesson for anybody else who's trying to go down that same path. You need to do it properly in the proper ways. You know what I'm saying? So um,
Oh,
the thing that's going on with Darius Cooks,
Hmm.
um, he's taking and shout out to him because he's a person who likes to cook, and he turned it into a stream of income. So he's taking Airbnbs and he's creating dinner parties, and he's charging like $200 a plate. You might have 15 to 30 people involved in a dinner party, but some of these Airbnbs are stipulating that we can't have over 10, maybe 15 people in each house. So he's being reported, number one. He's not allowed to do Airbnbs anymore. So just do good business, people. That's all I'm saying. Like, if I was in position that he's in with a million plus uh, subscribers on Facebook or whatever, I would be putting myself in position to have my own venue. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to go Airbnb. I don't have to go by their regulations. I could have as many people as I want because I
And
own the property.
that's what these examples
Hmm.
these are examples that give us even more of a thought, like, okay, how could we have done it better? you know
Exactly.
and
It's a
so
like.
it pays to pay attention.
Hmm.
And I'll say that again, it pays to pay attention,
Hmm.
because you can catch an idea and come up with your own spin of anything.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Really, at the end of the day, you can. And you never know what's going to make people tick. You may have to repackage it and put it out 7, 8 times,
Right. Right. And
before the eighth time it becomes something that the consumers are looking for.
hmm and then it could be something. The scale up, people don't even see the scale up. We mentioned Darius Cooks and what he does, doing business the right way. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be LLC, you want to have an EIN number, you want a Duns and Bradstreet report. There's people that's doing Turo. They're going to car dealerships and putting $10,000 and $15,000 down and coming away with 4 cars and putting them right out on the street, out for rent.
and
You
pimping
know,
them out.
pimping them. And even what I
Passive
do.
income, people.
Mm-hmm.
Passive income.
What I do as a photographer, I've scaled that up. Whereas, I started off doing videography at weddings, and people would say, "Do you do photos as well?" Of course I do. So then I'm doing wedding photos, and then suddenly I'm invited into a club, and I'm doing, shout out to Rentley, the Metroplex. I did photos at the State Street Tavern, 814. Shout out to my cousin Mel. I've done a lot of photography over the years, but as of 2013, people still call me for weddings. People still call me for other things, but I take pictures of real estate since 2013. I have a third party company that they just email me addresses, and I have a radius, maybe 5 or 10 miles around wherever I'm at. And they'll ask me to go take pictures and upload them. And every Friday, like magic, it's a check in my PayPal account. So we don't talk a lot about it, but I mean, we got streams out here,
And there's a bunch of them.
Mm,
There's it literally, like I said, it's an open canvas. If you think of an artist looks at a blank piece of canvas
mm-hmm,
before they create what's on it. You can take your own idea as far as streams of income. Like you could have a valuable in your household that you can rent out. It could be anything. It could
mm-hmm,
literally be anything as long as you believe it to be and will it into existence. It's
mm-hmm.
going to exist.
Oh yeah,
Trust and
for
believe,
sure.
because
Yeah.
it's something that it's that simple. Like it could either be that simple or that difficult. It's how you
Mm-hmm.
choose to approach it. You
Yeah.
know, it's
And
how you
I
choose to approach
Some
it.
folks that was hot down, folks that took dogs and turned them into a hustle. That's
oh
why
yeah.
boys looked right into their own little garage and said, "You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pimp out the dogs too. I'm gonna get into these dogs. A lot of these celebrities getting into dogs too. Kendrick Perkins,
Well, you think about it.
his kennel.
Like yeah, you see a lot of posts where the dog is the star of the post. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So or the cat or whatever.
Dog or cat, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and so yeah, you're absolutely right.
they got into selling animals, exotic pets. They got birds. They're selling for good tickets right now. It's a cat I know. I forget his name, but he he's into selling exotic birds too.
Mm-hmm.
He had a goat. He did an interview. I forget his name, but he had a whole goat in the interview, saying that it was like a special type of goat that goes for. Like I say, it's always a way, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all kind of. I
Special
say,
type of goat.
oh yeah, bro. Literally, like
Custom goat. Get you a custom
I'm
goat.
sorry, that just struck me. Shout out to the dude with the special goat, but man,
yeah,
you know, that got me right there, man. I'm
Goat
sorry.
man.
Yeah, that hit me in the funny bone. I'm sorry. I apologize, y'all.
oh
Yeah.
no, no apologies needed. I laughed at it too.
Yeah. You might could
Money
take
was
that goat and film him and make some gifs and memes.
hey, and they go out here pulling in racks. I was like,
Yeah.
man,
It just reminds me of the Tony Baker skit with the cram. I don't know if you
Oh
guys.
yeah. Hmm.
the goat for
Mhm.
real.
Man, good
I
grief.
Got the
I
goat.
am I am goat. I actually thought of a stream of income as we sitting here. Pat, you know how you be going to those auctions?
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
They
I'm
the
I'm
Pawn
online with the
Stars is
auctions
right
and I'm
here.
here. Yep.
Yeah, Pawn Stars is right here in Texas. We could get some things started, put a couple $100 in and get some items and then just put them up for sale on eBay, Amazon, whatever.
It
But
sounds like a cool idea.
you've come across some gems, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. That's what digging past the surface does for
Yeah.
you,
Sir,
if
yes,
you will.
sir.
I think
Matter
that's
of
a
fact,
prime example of it.
me and Anto was talking about some more pod equipment. If you find something in that aspect, let
Oh
us
yeah,
know.
yeah. I do have the magnetism going on. You know what I mean. So
Definitely let me know,
it,
bro.
it will gravitate my way if it's something in the cards. It definitely is going to gravitate my way. There's no question about that.
Hmm. So, do you guys have any questions that's listening to us? You guys kind of quiet. Would y'all like to make some money? Drop a money bag in the comments if you would like to make some money. because we
Yes, yes,
we we
indeed.
definitely want to bless your game. That's what we
Yeah,
here
and definitely, I feel like, we've been pretty comprehensive with giving you guys, you know, uh, ideas for opportunity.
solid, solid.
Yes, indeed. So I think that, if you have anything to share, feel free, because we're going to be right there with you, and we can talk about it some more.
All the way. You know.
Yes, indeed. Now, guys, are we ready to transition into our next big thing? Because we got a game. We got a game today.
Yeah. These guys' minds are blown by this
Oh
dunk
man.
dunk competition. Their minds are blown.
Oh,
It was
absolutely. Yeah, you could see the look on their faces when some of these dunks were going down
But
by the
Green
gentleman in the middle
predicted
was
him to win,
Richard.
didn't he?
yeah, Jay. Yeah, I mean, Draymond said he was gonna win, but like I said, when we were speaking earlier, he used to be I want to say that the what's the team? Goddamn, the Warriors actually drafted him, and
Oh yeah, on the D League.
yeah, and he was in the G League, and they brought him up, and wanted to say he played
Quite
about 4
productive, if
games.
I do say so myself.
Yeah, he played about 4 games this year in the actual season, and then he end up now he's on the 76ers or whatever. So
Yeah, on the two-way 10-day, from what I understand, and we got the news here on it. You know what I mean? Like, he really, really made a statement last night.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And I
he
think
is.
that he just raised his stock,
Oh,
uh,
without
Yeah.
question. Without
200%. And before then, I think if you were, looking at internet famous people, you knew of this guy. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Mac McClung is who we're talking about, from the Philadelphia 76ers, for those who do not know, and he's a former G Leaguer, just like Ant said. In the G League, he was actually very productive. If you look at some of his statistics, he was averaging right around 19 points a game, but he actually was filling up a couple other stats to go along with those 19 points this season. And so I think they must have seen something, some maturity and some growth, because I did watch him in a couple of games, and he definitely has a very strong basketball skill set for being only 6'2".
Mm-hmm. And
He's at
those are
20, he's 24 years old,
mm-hmm.
so we know, he's still in the prime of his youth, and I can only but imagine, what kind of heights, if he stays healthy, in this league, how far he can possibly go. Because as opposed to who we were talking about yesterday with Ben Simmons losing the fire, this guy is coming in with a oodles of confidence, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
yes, indeed. He gonna definitely. I mean, how many times do you see a dunk champion get let go or something like that? It don't really happen too much, especially not fresh off of winning it. So he might just off of
Yes, the NBA is still a business, right, Ant?
the business. So they definitely gonna be looking for him to come and defend it next year. So
Mm-hmm. Your stock's going up. Yeah, people want to come out to see you. It's definitely a business.
definitely, and if he got anything left in the tank, I'm ready to see it.
I worked through all the festivities, so I missed everything. But y'all enlighten me. What else? What else did we have going on besides that
Well, we
competition?
also had the 3-point competition yesterday, and that went to the logo Lillard. I think we talked about him yesterday. We kind of spoke. I kind of spoke him up, if you want to know the truth about it, because
Mhm.
I did bring Portland into the conversation yesterday,
You did.
and sure enough, he showed true to form. Outdid the other guys, and logo Lillard still can he can still put it down.
Hmm.
He could, and he had some pretty stiff competition out there, like Jason Tatum. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he was in the 3-point contest.
Yeah, K Dog got hot late, man. If I wish that my boy had started off as good as he finished, and he would have probably been all right. But
Oh yeah,
he did all right though. But for sure, how about that boy Halliburton coming out there and giving
oh
us one?
absolutely,
I said, oh, I thought they ran away with it for a second there.
absolutely, absolutely. You know, yeah, Tyler Hero was in it. Buddy
Yeah,
Hield. These are all quality 3-point shooters. Kevin Huerter, Julius Randle.
Mm.
but
That
he
was
healed almost had it too for a while. He got it right. He got it going, and he missed that last money ball. I know
Buddy's
he
a
was.
very very strong. He has when he gets on his game, and anybody that's ever watched this guy, Buddy Hield, I'll be the first to let you know. Offensively, he is aggressive as it gets. He is not shy. He will take that ball and do
He
his
already
move.
had a 3-point championship under his belt, so this wouldn't have
Oh, he
even been
does.
the first
Okay.
one. But he has won it already. I just want to say, forget how like 2 or 3 years ago. I want to say it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So that makes sense that he entered it again. Okay.
yeah,
Sounds
and he actually was right there. Had he hit that last shot, him and Damian Lillard would have been tied, or he would have been up by one, or something like that. That
And we have
last.
just a sidebar, guys. We got a bit of breaking news. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
As if the pickups from different teams haven't gotten more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Just about an hour ago on the NBA wire on CBS,
Mhm.
it says Miami Heat signed
Kevin
Kevin
Love.
Love.
Yes, sir. I saw that.
Veteran Ford lands in Miami after getting a buyout from the Cavaliers.
Wow.
So the Miami Heat, as we spoke on yesterday, which is my team,
Mm-hmm.
uh, just added a piece to their puzzle,
Mm-hmm.
and
Make it.
and some front court depth is going to be which is something that we needed to address anyway. So, having some good front court depth, can shoot the three. You know what I'm saying? He's a career 37% shooter from beyond the arc. So uh,
Mm-hmm.
that added some power, some firepower to Miami. So yeah, right there, instant news, breaking news, right there on the LFX Media Podcast. Kevin Love to Miami.
No doubt.
Yeah. Shout out to my guy, DJ Rob. He just tapped in. He paying attention. Thanks for
Good,
coming
good.
through. Like, share,
Good.
subscribe,
Salute. Salute.
comment. Yeah, so definitely that's a added splash for the Heat. That's gonna look good.
Yeah, I'm
Gonna look good.
excited to see what it look like. Honestly,
Yeah.
excited to see what it look like.
Mhm.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, a little bit of controversy in the NBA as we're going along here on the wire. The Timberwolves' Anthony Edwards, which we all know as the Ant Man, affectionately known as the Ant Man, the Timberwolves' top player. We can all agree on that.
Mm.
Um, he has a gripe against NBA players who rest during the regular season.
Mhm.
His quote unquote top statement is just play, man. In his own words, he said probably just all the guys sitting and resting. Um, if there's one thing that he could change, that is,
Mhm.
probably just all the guys sitting and resting. That's the only thing I probably don't like. Just play, man. If you're 80%, 70%, you got to play. I don't like all the sitting, missing games, and stuff like that. These people might have enough money to come to one game. You know what I'm saying? That might be the game they come to, and you're sitting out.
Oh yeah, I can look at that from two different angles as a fan, but as a player, what is it? 82 games.
It's
Yeah,
82.
Your body do need to reset. You might miss that marquee player that you wanted to see. And several times I've gone to the Lakers games and LeBron was sitting out, but I wasn't, mad. Like, oh, I wasted my money. I came out to watch entertaining sports. But, I can feel an athlete if they feel they need to get some rest, and that's what
Yeah.
does the body best. Rest.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that statement, man. I also do believe at the same time that today's high flying NBA is a little bit different, and
Hmm.
these guys are at a little bit more of a health risk with the way they play the game. So yeah, it does make sense for certain sitting out, but I do understand what he's saying as far as you know, kind of like the excessive. You know
Hmm.
Yeah,
what I mean? If you're
that's I
70 to
was, that's
80%
kind
up,
of what I was
I
gonna
do
get at.
think if you're 70 to 80%, because a lot of the guys that we watched in our heyday, they played at 60%.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
50%.
yeah. I would see Zeke break his ankle and still be out there playing. So
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
mean, it's a different league. It's under a different set of rules. But to add on to what our brother Ant Man said, he said, "I take pride in trying to play every game because you
Hmm.
never know if there's one fan that might never see me play, and I'm trying to play."
Okay.
I respect it. Like I say, I don't knock that at all. I
Yeah,
feel
I
like,
respect it. I do respect it. I'm not, I do agree with Podgy too, though, that it does load management is important. Like
Hmm.
you definitely don't want the wear and the tear. And I think they did get smarter in certain retrospects, but I feel like, I agree with Ant Man though. If you're 70 to 80% though, I think you should play.
yeah, yeah, yeah. When you're just sitting like on some, literally
Just
just
seeing you on the
managing it to
floor.
manage it.
Right. Right. Just seeing you on the floor, even if the coach limits their minutes for the night.
That's kind of what I was gonna get at. That the fact that even recently they did a limit restriction on LeBron and AD that I think is perfectly better of a solution to
Yeah, it's fair.
management. The
It's
LeBron was
quite fair.
averaging 36 minutes at one point, 36, 35 minutes a game. They're restricting him to no more than 30 minutes a game now. I think the
Mhm.
other last game that they played, he only played 29 minutes.
Not bad.
Yes, indeed. And other All Star festivities, Walt Kessler and Colin Sexton won the NBA Skills Challenge.
Okay. Yeah, I like those
And for those
challenges.
who guys don't know who Kessler is, he's from Utah, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct, or is he? Where's he from? Let's see where he's from.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, the Utah
yeah,
Jazz.
I think
They
he's
are
from Utah. Yeah, yeah, I think he's from
all
Utah.
Utah Jazz. I think all of the skills challenge was won by the three Utah Jazz players.
Yeah, yeah, yep. Colin Sexton and yep, Kessler. They're from Utah, and so good deal. Good
Absolutely.
deal. Good deal. Even Jordan Clarkson,
Hmm.
he got a win.
Yeah.
So Team Jazz, Team Jazz. Hey, Team Jazz in the building over the weekend.
What
You
happened
know,
with the celebrity game? The celebrity,
I did not
um,
have a chance to catch it, bro.
you didn't catch
the
it?
celebrity game. We're gonna get some information on that real
Yeah, I
quick.
know 21 was playing,
Yeah,
so
I
that's
gotta just try to find it. I was watching.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I feel like it somehow slipped through the cracks on me yesterday.
hmm
I mean, I'm even watching the next up game right now. Team Luke,
okay.
Team Scoop.
hmm And speaking of next up, we have not only the March Madness coming to town, Final Four, but we also have the McDonald's Classic in the building in Houston. So stay tuned for live streams from both events, lfxmedia.live. Tap in.
Nice, nice. Ding, ding, ding. I've uncovered a bit of tidbit of information
Okay.
from the celebrity game.
Okay.
Um, Anybody that knows Simu Liu, who
hmm
was the main actor from Shang Chi,
hmm
Legend of the Ten
Okay,
Rings,
yeah.
the Marvel, he was a
Is he
winner.
the was he
He
the
was
main character in there?
yeah, he was Shang Chi. Yeah, and
Okay.
he was a member of the winning squad during the celebrity game. But there was one aspect of the event that he didn't appreciate.
Mm.
Liu took to social media Friday to call out a celebrity lookalike video segment during the game, which took place that day at the Huntsman Center in Salt Lake City and aired on ESPN. After a Twitter user shared a photo apparently taken during the game that showed an image of Liu alongside a shot of an audience member who appeared to be of Asian descent.
Oh, wow.
From the arena seats, uh, he expressed his dismay from that point. He said he had a great time, but this wasn't cool. So that was that once again. Um,
Did they not look alike or something? Or
Comparison, yeah. No, actually, I'm looking at the picture now, fellas, and I can safely say no. The gentleman that they compared him to did not look like him.
oh yeah, then I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, he had a much rounder face. He was kind of chunky compared to our brother Mr. Lou. Yeah, and he was part of Team Dwayne Wade. So I guess Janelle Monae was on his team. 21 Savage, DK Metcalf, who was named MVP of the game, which I also seen on the wire that he may be drug tested for his performance. And I don't know how much truth of that is, but for his performance in the celebrity game, he must have showed some retarded athleticism or something like that.
So who they drug testing now?
And it said DK Metcalf
Wow, and he did put up. They say he put
from
up
the
more
Seattle
double.
Seahawks.
They say he put up more double doubles than Ben Simmons this year.
Oh, and this actually came down the wire from Sports Illustrated, fellas. So this may be a realistic thing here. Let's see what they're saying. They're saying DK Metcalf must take a drug test after showing out at the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. Wow. Is it
That's
really
not
that real
unique.
in
I mean,
the
I think it's not. That's kind of crazy because it's not that unique. We've been calling DK Metcalf a freak of nature for years. So
Uh-huh.
I don't know what made them think that he was gonna come out there and not amaze when you just get to see him truly unleash as athletic as he can be, jump as high as he can. You know what I mean? Like he's a freakish athlete. That's what he does.
Definitely is. Definitely is. And I don't know if there's much, you know, truth to it, but from what they're saying in the article here, fellas, is that it says this is Brian Keller on behalf of the NFL. You've been selected for a PES policy collection tomorrow. It may be just coincidence that he received the text after recording 20 points, 10 rebounds, 4 blocks, and several athletic dunks. Now this is really, really interesting here. You know, like I'm not quite sure how to take this one.
Like I
Not
said,
quite sure how
he's
to
a
take this
freakish
one,
athlete.
but this is coming straight from Sports Illustrated. So I don't know. I don't know. This is really a subject that kind of makes me raise some questions myself about the NFL itself. So I guess if you're 6'4" and you weigh 235, you shouldn't be able to do these things.
He does do things that you shouldn't do at 6'4", 200. I will admit the way he move, it's kind of like Zion. Like if
Mm.
somebody was like, "What? Wait a minute, what's going on here? This you're not supposed to be way up there." You know, I would be like, you know what? He's not. He's not supposed to be way up there. I don't. I really can't explain why Zion
Yeah,
can jump out the
six
gym like
six
that.
four and 235 though. I mean, I don't know. I think that's not really that high of a discrepancy in my opinion. As far as he's already been known. I mean, it's not like it's not known that he's
Oh
athletic.
no, it's not justifiable to as far as drug testing him. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I'm more so just speaking to the freak of nature that he is when you see
Oh,
him
which he is. Yeah.
as fast as he moves, even on the football field, and the way he
Yeah.
outputs the ball, it's like
That's
it-
interesting.
it's
Yeah, reported from Sports Illustrated. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one and see if he actually has gotten a drug test.
Hmm.
We'll have to see if that actually comes to light. Not quite sure. Not quite sure, but that was some interesting things going on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so not quite sure.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
And
sir.
being that we are our own sponsors, I'm gonna cut in for the Rico Verdict, the book, the novel. If you haven't got it, cop one, get one for your family and friends, the ricoverdict.com.co. And you can also grab one of these hoodies while you're grabbing a book. So the
Cool.
ricoverdict.com.co. Check us out, people.
Well, this hoodie's looking good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Check it out.
Check it out.
So what's the countdown to the game?
Oh,
Where
eight
we at on
o'clock.
the countdown for the
Yeah,
game?
yeah, 8 o'clock this evening, Eastern Standard Time is the game.
So
So
for us, it'll
yeah,
be
we still got a good another four,
4
maybe
and
three. Yeah, 4 and change. Yeah, because the festivities are gonna go on, and
Mhm.
it's about tip off is slated for 8 p.m. though. We're slated for 8 p.m. tonight, and we shall see how they play out this evening. We'll see how they play out.
Indeed.
No question. Well, fellas, it was definitely real. I'm about a couple of minutes away from having to transition.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
indeed.
What you got going on today, brother?
Oh man, a couple of things to multitask on here.
For sure.
Just
For sure.
finishing up a couple of loose ends with some, like I said earlier in the broadcast, some beats and a
Mhm.
couple of which is my life beats, people. But
Life, life beats and rhyme.
absolutely, and then of course we're still refining the custom beat show. The custom beat show is still in the works, but we'll eventually have some content up for you guys on lfxmedia.live
Mm-hmm.
and on the channel on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Web TV. So just stay tuned. Custom beat show. I know you got the woke show in the works, Podge.
Yes, sir. The Woke Show. We just uploaded episode 2, and we have a radio show. I only use references like the Breakfast Club to put you in the mindset of where we're headed with it. But we'll definitely be playing music. We'll have entertaining guests, and we'll do, what we do here in the podcast, give you things to make you say,
Very
content
nice.
kings.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Get
Well,
to you early in the morning, wake you up with a good old cup of Joe
Mm-hmm.
show.
Nice.
absolutely. And Ant, how's your show coming along?
You already know, brother. Always gathering that sports content. We kind of do it. We kind of intertwine it in here, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna separate it and get it all kind of sports focused. And it'll be coming really soon. You could probably look for that within the next week or so for the first show. Uh, the first Good Brother Sports Pod. Where we'll be focusing primarily on the sports locally and abroad, the stories that we like the most abroad. That way we can kind of dive into them a little bit more than how we do here. We kind of graze across them here sparingly and in passing, but kind of getting a little more focused on our sports that we all love and
Absolutely, man.
get everybody.
Looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Can't wait, can't wait. Definitely gonna be giving us some content from a few games out here live. We're gonna definitely be at some Texas games, of course, this year. Just excited to see what D'Amico Ryans is gonna look like on their sidelines this year. So it's gonna be nice to see that. Try to catch a few Rockets games before the conclusion of the year.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Yes, sir. Get us some nice content from right inside the stadium. So
Excellent.
definitely be on the lookout, y'all. Definitely.
Excellent, man. Excellent.
For sure. So I think what probably me and Antho both getting ready for these markets to open. So
Yeah, you know, pretty
we,
much.
we probably go stay attached and
All
figure
right.
out. I just turned my computer off and I thought about, it's market time. You turn my computer.
Yeah, I don't know where you think
I'm
you
actually,
going, brother.
I'm actually due to go to another studio, more than likely today. And of course, I got to make my rounds. There's about 10 studios in the network here, so we
Mhm.
have to make sure everybody's progressing and not regressing.
Good stuff.
Yes, sir.
That is a
Good.
beautiful network.
Love it.
Absolutely. Yep. Well, hey, I'll pass it and toss it to the main man with the main plan, the general, the chief.
Yes, sir. So we definitely appreciate you guys coming out. We have our moments. Sometimes we're super informative. We have toxic moments. We have, we're real people, but hopefully the content that we gave you was something that you can grow on today. Absolutely. We want to thank everybody who visited us on the Facebook page, everyone who visited us on YouTube, LFX Media. Again, subscribe, comment, like, just get engaged in what's going on
And
and
hit that bell.
hit the bell. Ting a ling a ling, school bell ring. Yeah.
What's up? Why?
So yeah, I'm pass the mic to Antho for his exit.
No doubt, no doubt. Again, as always, I love my people, man. I love my people. I appreciate y'all for tuning in from however, wherever you tuning in. I appreciate it. Always gonna do our best to bring y'all quality content. Lead you the right way, not lead you astray. And I thank y'all for allowing us to do what we do and share it with you. So no doubt, be on the lookout for all that we talked about. Good Brother Sports Pod coming soon. Uh, Forex trading 101 coming soon. Uh, all of that growing with Antho coming soon. Like I say, get y'all hands in the dirt. Show y'all we need to know where our food coming from.
Mhm.
So all of that's coming soon, man. Just be on the lookout for it. I appreciate y'all for always, like I say, coming in, commenting, staying active with us. It helps us a lot and keeps us going. So again, love my people, love y'all, appreciate you.
For sure. And speaking of coming soon, I forgot to mention the screenplay that I'm working on is part of the another part of the challenges me and Pat been challenging ourselves. So
Yes.
the screenplay is called Meet Me at LFX. We have a couple short films that will slowly put together because we don't want to throw anything out there that is some mid. So we're looking at the end of the year for a couple short films that'll be presented to Tubi, Amazon Prime, and eventually Netflix and Hulu. So stay tuned, stay tapped in with us. We got a lot going on.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. And last but not least, you can catch me at custombeatking.com. Stay locked in to lfxmedia.live. And the only thing I got to say is you're only as good as you allow yourself to be. And that's it for me.
Cool beans. So we want to thank you again for coming out. If you didn't know, now you know, and we will see you on the next show. 100.